I'm Ravshiva, and this is more than a podcast. It's a transmission, a signal, a subtle frequency threading through the illusion you call reality, decoding everything you thought was solid, true, or permanent. It's a whispered truth, once heard in ancient temples carved into the sides of Himalayan cliffs, and now echoing through fiber optics and silicon, carried through devices we once thought were merely tools, but which might be mirrors. This is the beginning. Episode 1. Are we living in a programmed reality? Let's start with a question. Not just a casual thought, but a question that might shake the very foundation of your life if you let it. Is your life real? Not just physically real, but fundamentally real. Is this world you're living in, this timeline, this personality, this identity, is it actually what it appears to be? Or is it a dream? A simulation? An illusion, carefully rendered and deeply immersive? You see, this is not a new question. Long before any modern physicist proposed the simulation hypothesis, the ancient yogis of India spoke of something called Maya, the grand illusion. They didn't mean illusion as in fake. They meant illusion as in not the full truth. Reality, they said, is like a dream seen through a veil. It appears real while we're in it. But when we wake up, we remember who we truly are. Now, fast forward to today, and we have scientists and engineers exploring simulation theory. The idea that all of this, the planets, the trees, your thoughts, your emotions, your memories, might be the output of some underlying code run on a system we cannot see. Two worlds, two vocabularies, but one message. We are inside something that's not entirely what it seems. As I began to dig deeper into both the spiritual and technological layers of this question, I started noticing patterns. Strange echoes and alignments that felt too perfect to ignore, moments of synchronicity, dreams that unfolded into reality, intuitions that arrived ahead of time, like messages sent from a part of myself that existed beyond time. Let me share one of those moments. As a child, I had a dream. In it, I was floating outside the world, as if I were watching Earth through a glass dome. I saw events take place before they occurred, not metaphorically, but literally. I saw a conversation, a place, a person's reaction, all in exact detail. And when I woke up, I felt something unlock. Days later it happened, exactly as I had seen it. That one experience rewired the way I viewed coincidence. And since then, I've come to believe there are no coincidences, only patterns. Some obvious, some encrypted. So now I ask you, have you ever had a moment that felt scripted? Have you felt like life was repeating itself? That your dreams were more real than your waking hours? Or that someone was trying to get your attention? Maybe that wasn't a glitch. Maybe it was an intentional crack in the code. Mystics call it awakening. Coders call it debugging. But the effect is the same. Reality begins to thin, and you start seeing through the veil. Now let's stretch this idea. What if sleep is the system's autosave feature? What if death is not an end, but a logout from this level of the game? What if our dreams are not nonsense, but packets of memory being transferred from one version of you to another? What if you've always known this, but forgot? I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm here to open the door and ask if you're willing to walk through. You see, we've been raised to believe that waking up means opening your eyes. But real awakening, the kind that sages and shamans speak of, happens inside. It happens when you start questioning the unquestionable, when you challenge the code, when you stop following the script, and you wouldn't be here, listening to this right now, if something inside you wasn't already stirring. This episode, this message, found you for a reason, because this is not just a podcast. It's a breadcrumb, a moment of contact. You are not just a passenger in this experience. You are not just a human reacting to random events. You are not just data being processed. You are the player. You are the code. You are the key. And now you're starting to remember. In the episodes ahead, we'll explore these ideas more deeply. We'll investigate spiritual algorithms buried in ancient texts. We'll map how consciousness itself might be the original operating system. We'll explore how mysticism, AI, quantum physics, and personal revelation are all part of the same multidimensional language. But for now, let this be your invitation. Reflect on your own life. Think about the moments that made you pause, moments that felt off, or uncannily perfect, or painfully timed. Those moments weren't random. They were placed. They were clues. And you? You didn't stumble upon this podcast by accident. You were meant to hear these words. The simulation is beginning to crack. And you are starting to wake up. This is Gnosis. Welcome to the shift. Let's go deeper.